Alright, so we're going to address this cylinder back there, and this is what we got, and it's leaking on the other one. It's leaking right through here. So just two air lines come in, and it looks like it mounts back here in the back, probably like a brake deal with a cotter pin in it. And then this one screws on like a brake chamber for your adjustment and whatnot. So I'm going to try to line it up just like the one that's on there. But for now, I'm going to get the other one off, and then we can do our alignment as far as where so the gate opens up real nice. So get the other one off. Let's see if I can get these air lines off of here. I always try to, kind of like the same thing with brake chambers, I always try to, you guys can't even see that part, let me see if I can get it up there. This little rod right here, as long as it moves like that, you don't have any major pressure against it. You don't check for that and you pull that sucker out of there and it's got pressure behind it. You're liable to lose a finger or something. Something you're going to want to keep, that's for sure. So for now I'm going to leave this just like it is, because I need to measure this adjustment. So it's just like a brake chamber, when you cut the rod and all that, jam nut, etc. So I'm just going to leave it just the way it is for now. And we'll address that after a bit. That should go out of there. It's probably the same setup on the back side. Same setup. It may have to be cut out of here, I don't know. There she goes. Let's go put some fittings on and do our measurement, etc. etc. Alright, so this one here, can't really see it real good, but I'll just measure the distance here on the threads. I don't know if it's the same or not, probably not. It looks like it's pretty decent, but I'll try to get it within range. So the gate closes and opens like it's supposed to. If I can get it off of there. never did claim to be perfect. One more thing I got to do on this truck here, and then we can call it a day. I got up at 5:30 this morning before it started getting hot. When I did some diagnosing and try to get them future jobs. Sometimes you spend a whole day doing parts. Carry them around for a couple days, and come the end of the week, you start putting everything on. So, just the way it is. I try to work around the customer's schedule so they don't miss out on work. So I'll come here at night, like during the summertime, so it's cooler, one, and two, their truck is home. It doesn't always work out that way, but I do try to make it that way. Better tighten this thing down before I forget. Almost did. It wouldn't work. Let me get some cotter pins. I got some little bitty ones up here somewhere. Somewhere. Those are the big ones. Should have. Yeah, here we go. We'll just put some new cotter pins in there just because we can. The ones that are in there are kind of crusty. Alright, I couldn't record most of that. That was quite the deal. Never fails that whatever's supposed to be easy, or you would think would be, turns out to be the biggest you-know-what there is. Alright, well, that's that. The hoses are right. I went back through the deal. I mean, the other one's not even long enough to reach the front anyway, so I would say that's probably where they go. So anyway, we're going to start on this air issue, air leak, and I'll fill you guys in on that too. So, alright, what he says is that when he pushes on the brake, when he's real heavy, that all the air leaks out of his truck, like for the air pressure out of his tanks or what. And he said that somebody diagnosed it as that valve right there. This one here said that it wasn't any good. Well, that's just a quick release valve like for your brakes, but looks like it's fed into the supply line for the brake system, and it comes from the, oh, there's a valve inside there that operates. I think it's just back feeding through the deal here, so I'm almost betting that it's going to be a brake valve. I don't know where it's at on this one. Like that quick release valve for the brakes. But he says that's what's going on. That in a very good spot, that's for damn sure. So I wonder if these are, let me see where these go. Alright, those go to the airbags for these for these bags right here. So what I don't know is he said when he pushes on the brake that all the air goes out. That one goes there. And this one on the other side. So yeah, these go to the pusher. So this supplies the air to them. Push them down. And then it's got to be a release for them. So imagine when he pushes the valve the other way, that's what that quick release is for. So I don't know. I wonder if we put a 3/8, what is that, 3/8 or half inch? I wonder if we put a 3/8 in there, just a three-way. But I wonder what would happen when he goes to release the air from those. We know to push them down, we gotta supply air to these, and it comes from here. So, I don't know. All right, so I've got a 3/8 here, three-way. So for experimental purposes, I'm going to put it on here, and we're going to supply air to it. See what it does, how it works, and if we like it, and it does what it's supposed to, you know, push on the brake and doesn't do anything. Let me fire this truck up. Oh boy. Wake up all the neighbors. No air pressure. Zero. We ended up having when I was doing the test on it, let me show you. Ended up having a bad brake chamber. The back side of this is bad, so we're gonna have to change out. Put the piggyback on it real quick. So let me get this. Everybody's seeing how to change brake chambers, but you're gonna see another one. Just because. He was telling me that when he put on his brake or applied his brake, he didn't have no brakes, or they took all the air down, so he showed me that piece, that quick release valve. All I do with that is just kind of hold that thing in. It just keeps it out of the way. Probably help if I had some light, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know. And while we were taking it off, the brass piece here broke off. That goes into the deal there, so I've got to try to find an angle like that or figure out something. So what can I say? Everything else looks pretty good though. Y'all can make fun of me if you want, but I have a little bit of a short memory, sort of. So whenever I do these, I always mark them somehow so that I know what's what, and I typically I'll put a zip tie around which side goes to the service side. I mean the spring side. Just because I have a short memory, so it just usually helps me remember. Alright, let me see if I can get this other deal off here. this little piece broke off. So we'll see what I can find. Well, what we got going on now is I don't have any adapters for that, so I'm going to go ahead and put the pod on here, but when I pulled this one off, it doesn't, I don't know, it ain't got as much threads on there as I'd like, so I'm probably going to end up replacing that line as well. So I gotta try to get some sort of something on there. I'm 25 miles away from the nearest parts place, so if I don't get it right on the money, it's a long drive to get the right thing. So they're just gonna have to get a new one. So that's that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and put the chamber on. That way that's out of the way. So I'm just going to put the chamber on for tonight. So it's on when this thing I got to deal with tomorrow. But I'll have to get the airline tomorrow and the adapters and come back. Not a big deal, but typically, I usually carry the most common types of chambers, short and long. I usually carry a couple of each, just because. They're the most commons. I mean, if you got 20s or whatever, I could usually pick them up and see what kind they are, but like I said, I usually carry the most commons because you just can't carry it all. You can try, but it ain't gonna work. Yeah, like I said, I got my battery powered out there, but it's pretty late at night, so I'll just put it on with this. so we don't make a whole bunch of people mad. There might be somebody getting up real early in the morning to go to work, so. Unfortunately, that's the way that happens. So we'll have to come back tomorrow. I'll try to fit it in somewhere. And we'll deal with that. For now, I'm just going to leave all of it like that. We got the chamber sitting there, and I'll get the hose and the 2 adapters, and we'll come back and put that back together. Shouldn't take too long, and they ought to be ready to roll. I'll come in here kind of early, so I guess I got to get up early after all. I was going to sleep in till 8 or so, but it's all good. Anyway, I'll send him a text message. For the most part, everything else shouldn't take too long, but I don't think I left any tools. So I'll get with him tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's the way it happens sometimes. You go to fixing one thing, and something else breaks. Just the way it happens. Anyway, I'll try to get it in tomorrow, whenever I come back out here in the morning. And so you guys can see what's up with that. But anyway, I'm going to clean up my truck and put my stuff away. And we'll come back to it tomorrow. So see you later.